I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today is another recent non-gaming pickups video. That's right, I do sometimes buy things that aren't video games. Not that often, but I do buy them. So we'll start off with some DVDs. So all three of these combined cost me less than £5, which is pretty much the only reason I bought them, to add to my wrestling DVD collection. Haven't even opened them, don't really plan to. So all three of these had 3-disc or even I think 4-disc DVD releases in the past. And then for some reason it seems they've released single-disc releases of some of them. Yeah, so the first one is a single-disc limited edition release of Hulk Hogan Unreleased Collector's Series. Yeah, matches include Bob Backlund, Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage, Big John Studd, Kamala and more. I have no idea what the match listings are in full for any of these, but yeah. So this, for some reason, is disc 1 of a 3-disc set. I don't really understand the appeal, but whatever. Apparently this cost $7.99 at some point. No, that would have just been a rip-off. Right, and then we have John Cena, Greatest Rivalries, single disc collection. And yeah, from his early confrontations with Eddie Guerrero to career-defining battles with Shawn Michaels to his most recent conflicts with Batista. So yeah, I don't know if matches with all three of those opponents are on the 1-disc edition. I don't know if it's just like the first disc of each set that's been stuck in here, or if they've made a custom disc with a compilation of all 3 discs. I don't know, but yeah, John Cena collection. Can't see it now. See, told you can't see it now. It's gone. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, now it's gone. There it is. Now it's gone. Can't see it. See it. Can't see it. See it. I'm very tired. Okay, so we'll just throw that there. And then lastly we have the, and this is hilarious to me, the best of Sting. I mean, let's face it should have been a 1-disc release to begin with. Got some matches with Vader, match against Willie Regal, match against DDP. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, without his series with Vader, he'd have like 3 matches. Yeah, but anyway, so we got the best of Sting, the 1-disc of a 3-disc set. And let's have a look at the back. Revolutionary clashes with Ric Flair, and that is the only name. Oh no, and also pre-WCW matches with Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, I'm sure those are classics and definitely the best of Sting. Yeah, so it doesn't mention anyone else on this set at all. Have no idea. Pretty sure the match with Hogan is on here. That's shown on the back. Yeah, that was one of his best matches. You know, that shite Starcade match with Hogan with the fuck up the finish and ruin a year and a half of build. Great stuff. Yeah, so that's the best of Sting. And speaking of Sting, I won this. It's the only reason I have it. I would not have paid money for it. However, if you would like to pay money for it, it is up for sale. Yeah, so I won this on adfreeshows.com, which was the Patreon for the Conrad Thompson series of podcasts. He does a series of podcasts, one every weekday. Monday is with Eric Bischoff, Tuesday with Ann Anderson, Wednesday with Tony Schiavone, Thursday with Jim Ross, Friday with Bruce Pritchard. And they're all fantastic, all different, but all fantastic, and entered a competition where I just had to name what show a clip was from, basically. And I just started listening to What Happened When, which is the Tony Schiavone shows, and I just listened to the episode that the clip was from, so I instantly knew I was the only person that guessed it. So I won a signed picture of Sting, which also comes with a limited edition ring canvas piece from WCW Nitro Ring, and it is number 27 of 100. See if I can get that on camera properly there. So yeah, a cool item. It's just I'm not a fan of Sting, so if someone offers me a nice amount of money for this, I'm more than happy to part with it. Buy it from me, bastards. Give me money. Okay, moving on now. Just throw that there. We have some Blu-rays. Start off with some wrestling ones. So, one of the things that I do like to collect with wrestling stuff is all of the Royal Rumbles and all of the WrestleManias. But I've shied away from buying a lot of the more recent ones just because Fremantle, who took over from Silvervision with the DVD and Blu-ray releases in the UK, their prices are stupidly high for new releases, so I always have to wait years for a sale. So I picked up some Royal Rumbles. I own all of them now except for 2020. So I got 2018 and 2019. Yeah. So the Royal Rumble's usually my favourite wrestling time of the year. Royal Rumble and WrestleMania is the only shows I actively still watch every year. Mainly out of habit because I've seen all the rest. But yeah. So picked them both up, nice and cheap. I've watched some of Royal Rumble 18 again. I watched the Men's Rumble and the Triple Threat for the Universal title. Royal Rumble was fine. About the same as I thought on first watch. The Triple Threat between Lesnar, Kane and Strowman I really liked on first watch. Thought was a terrible sloppy mess on this watch. So yeah, haven't even dug into 2019. I couldn't even remember who won the 2019 Royal Rumble. I had to look up an old ramble of mine, the pay-per-view rambles I do, just to try and see. And I looked, saw who won, and thought, oh, that's why I didn't remember, because it was a shit winner. Yeah, and lastly for Blu-rays with wrestling is 1997 Dawn of the Attitude 2-disc set. This was dirt cheap, which is why I picked it up. I'm not the biggest fan of the Attitude Era. Mainly 98 and 99 years. Which, if you know much about wrestling, the backstage stuff, you will know who was writing most of that stuff for 98 and 99. Vince Russo. While ratings were really good, and the whole show and the promotion and wrestling in general was super popular at the time, I personally think it's shit. The characters, for the most part, quite frankly, are terrible. And the wrestling matches, good God, you're lucky to get like 2 decent matches from a month worth of shows. It was just garbage, for the most part, in my opinion. And the storylines were stupid, usually. Yeah. 1997, on the other hand, was sort of the beginning of the Attitude Era, but before Russo had real full control. He still had Jim Cornette throwing in ideas before he went crazy and had to leave. Probably some other people throwing in stuff, and we got a lot better wrestling as well as characters that were still quite good and angles that were great, and yeah, that's what we got for Dawn of the Attitude Era in 1997. So the first disc has like a sit-down interview with Renee Young, talking to Mick Foley, Kane, Mark Henry, I think, Shawn Michaels, Ron Simmons, so we got Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, Ron Simmons, The Godfather and Kane. There we go. Tells you on the back. And it's getting very dark in here. Let's see if that's any better. Yeah. It's a full sit down for about an hour with the talk about the character and the angles and some of the matches that happened in 1997. And then of course we get a ton of matches. And there's some really, really good and really fun stuff on here. I had a quick watch of a couple of matches first. There was Bret Hart versus Mick Foley at Mankind from Shotgun Saturday Night, which was a really fun match. And then the European title finals match, British Bulldog and Owen Hart. And that is still a tremendous match. Probably the best match that either guy ever had. Well, no, Owen had the WrestleMania 10 match with Bret. Second best match for Owen, far and away the best match for Bulldog. It's for the European title, the winner becomes the first ever one. It's a tremendous match. They're tag partners, they're both heels, but they're having problems with their friendship. It all comes through in the match, and it is fantastic, really is. It takes place in Germany, and it's considered one of the worst Raws ever, and the one where Vince Russo officially took over the show and everything. So, Dogs are barking, don't know if you can hear that, but yeah. So it was a really fun match selection, although I'm very pissed. 1997. The year is about, this DVD set's about 1997. It's on Blu-ray. They didn't include the best match of all time. Not just of 1997, but ever. The first ever Hell in a Cell match, Undertaker Shawn Michaels, is never been released on Blu-ray. Why? Baffling. 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 Okay, yeah, got some more Blu-rays to go through. Let's just those are there. Now we have some actual films. So firstly, we have Terminator Dark Fate. Yep, I actually bought this for money. Brand new and sealed, still. Yeah, I actually enjoyed this at the pictures when I went to see it. Went to see it with my dad. We both enjoyed it. But I also enjoyed Terminator Genesis, which I also own on Blu-ray somewhere there. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it just because it isn't as good as Terminator 2. But what film is? You know, it's not going to be as good as that. We all knew that going in. I went into it with a more open mind, and I thoroughly enjoyed the film. Is it the best Terminator? No. It's a hell of a lot better than Terminator 3 and Terminator Salvation. But yeah, it's still behind 1 and 2. I might have even preferred it to Genesis, which I know a lot of people hate as well, but you know, whatever. We all like different things. Go screw yourselves and stuff. Yeah, so picked that up. You saw nothing. Pick those up later. Right, then I also bought, 'cause it was 2 for $15, X-Men Dark Phoenix. Another film people hate. It's not the best of films, but again, I went to the picture to see it with my dad. I think my brother was with me for this one. It's fine, you know. It's better than what they did in X-Men 3 with Dark Phoenix, so that's a plus. Couple of things, yeah, could have been much better, but overall, I still enjoyed it. And also, it is the last of the X-Men films that I needed for my Blu-ray collection, so I now own all of the X-Men films, all of the MCU films, yeah, so that's good. It's a decent enough film. I'll watch it again. Yeah. And then next, got another Blu-ray here for a film. Some of you might have heard it. It's called Speed. Yeah, Keanu Reeves, everybody's favourite. Everybody loves him now. I remember years ago, only things people remembered really about him was that he wasn't a very good actor. Now he seems to be a good actor and everyone loves him. So, yay! So I've been after this for a long time and I either keep forgetting about it or just can't find it. Although it turns out I was searching for the wrong film. Yeah, you try searching Amazon for The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down. Yeah, you're not going to get anything coming up with that. So it is called Speed. And it's about a bus that can't slow down or else it blows up. And it's a really, really good film. Yeah, so I'm glad to finally own that on Blu-ray. And I absolutely want to watch it very soon. And lastly, for Blu-rays, I couldn't believe I don't actually own this. Speed I at least already owned on DVD. It's in a box somewhere in another room. But I finally upgraded to Blu-ray. This I don't even own on DVD, and I really like it. So I decided to not just pick it up on Blu-ray, but also get the special VHS style. Like I've got up here, Airplane and Jaws. Now I have Jurassic Park. Yeah, the original, the only actual good one. So yeah, it comes in this nice little case. Looks like an old VHS, which is cool as hell. But dun 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 dun, it opens up, and inside we have. I can do this one-handed. Come on, you bastard. We have the movie poster. Very nice. So let's put that there. We got yeah, a little card thing from the film, some stuff writing on the back. We got a sticker, very nice, and then of course the 2 discs, because we got one for the film and one for extras, and they look like, you know, the tape spools, or whatever they're called, for the VHS tape. Really, really nice. So looking forward to watching the film again in nice high definition quality, and then going through all the extras and see what's on there, because I won't have seen any of them because I didn't even have the DVD version with any on. So yep, that's really cool. Always happy to pick up some of my favourites on Blu-ray, and I really like these VHS styles things, but they don't do that many films in them, so there's not that many for me to own really. I think I've pretty much got them all that I want now. So lastly, for my non-gaming pickups, I've got a couple of books. So we'll go firstly with a wrestling one, and this is the story of the development of the NWA TNA, a new concept in pay-per-view programming. Did it really have to be that long, the title? Yeah, so it's by Jerry Jarrett, the father of Jeff Jarrett. So he and his son basically, built TNA from the ground up. And this book is a series of basically diary entries from when he first was asked by Jeff what his thoughts were on starting up a company, to daily, sometimes mostly just weekly, thoughts on how things are going, what they're going to do next, what's happening, and it's very, very, very interesting on how TNA started up, a lot of the problems that it had, some of the people that were quite clearly out trying to screw them, the massive conspiracy theory that he comes up with about WWE, which is hilarious. There's a big lawsuit thing, there's how some of the investors backed out, how they got with Dixie Carter, the problems that they had from the very beginning with the Carter family taking over the company, how his relationship with Jeff Jarrett was starting to deteriorate because of a certain Vince Russo and his terrible ideas. So it only goes up to the end of 2002, so it doesn't carry on until, it doesn't explain how he leaves the company and things like that, which I think would have been really interesting to hear as well. But yeah, I was really, really impressed with this. It's very, very interesting, and it's not just with TNA as well. He also puts some extra content in there, like there's some emails that he sends to people. There's a couple of interviews that he does with some wrestling websites, which like 10 pages long, and really interesting about his background in the business and a lot of things he did, running Memphis. A lot of really, really good information in here. I would highly recommend it for wrestling fans and for people who like TNA, if you still exist. And lastly, the brand new Star Wars Thrawn book. I, of course, got this on launch day. I've had it pre-ordered for like a year. It got delayed. It was supposed to come out in May. Only just came out in September, I think it was it? Yeah. Basically, Thrawn, Ascendancy, Chaos Rising. So it's the first in a new Thrawn trilogy, the Ascendancy trilogy. Yeah, and this goes through Thrawn's life before he joins the Empire. So he goes through his Ascendancy days, basically, as the Chiss Ascendancy, which is his people. And he's very, 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 very good. Very good. Just the Thrawn stuff is, quite frankly, the best Star Wars stuff out there. Be it the Legend stuff or the new canon stuff. All written by the same person, Timothy Zahn, I think it's pronounced. Yeah, it's just the best character in Star Wars. He's overtaken Palpatine for me. Grand Admiral Thrawn is the greatest Star Wars character of all time, and all of the books on Thrawn are fantastic. Read them all, please. Yeah, so cannot wait for part 2 and part 3. Probably going to be another year before part 2. It's already finished. It's been sent off for review, to go over it, and then it'll probably be next year before we finally get it. I want it now. Great, great book. So those are my my recent non-gaming pickups. So let me know down in the comments below what you thought of my non-gaming pickups. Let me know what you've got recently that aren't video games. I'm bigcal, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.